Good evening, everyone. That was Scott coming through the door. That was our little comedic gag to start the show off. And
I said let's
Eli,
start, and I realized I didn't have what I needed. So
okay, no problem. And Eli is feeling sick today, like many people. So unfortunately, he will not be here. I did post on Instagram that we're going to talk about our favorite films of last year, but I think we'll just wait on Eli because that was more an Eli discussion. Because I know you haven't seen like 70 movies like
no,
he has.
I I actually made a list because I was like, I honestly wasn't sure if I'd even seen 10 movies, but I made a
Yeah,
list. I've seen about 20, so I
yeah,
can. I won't do the metal YouTuber. I listened to 52 albums this year. Here's my top 50. So
yeah,
mine probably won't be a top 10, but I had some top picks.
yeah. For me, because I do want to. I've not listened to much new metal. Not, I'm sorry, not NU metal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Newish
Recent.
metal records this year. Um, but it's a little daunting when you're talking top 25 to get through a show.
Yeah.
Um, just to watch that entire thing, let alone like what 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 year it'd have to be like 1996 for me to have a legit top 25 metal albums.
Yeah.
There's only a couple of years of my life where I could see, okay, I've narrowed down my top 25.
The last couple years when I've listened to enough, like I wouldn't ever put something in a rating that I've listened to like a couple times to check it out. It has to be something like I either have or have listened to enough that I feel like I have a legitimate opinion on it. And even that, like a heavy year for me is like maybe 60 that I feel would feel comfortable judging. And yeah, so I see these top 50 rankings. I'm like, dude, really? I mean, I don't know. I'm being a dick, I guess. Maybe it's very possible people can digest music faster than I can and can have a real opinion on it after a couple listens, but I can't. So I don't even see how it's possible. But okay.
Yeah, I mean, that guy Necrotic Nick from Thralls of Metal, it does seem like he gets so many free CDs and maybe listens to enough to do. I think he did a top 25.
Okay. Yeah,
Or
I mean, somebody like that who, I mean, that's I don't know what I'm sure that's not his main job, but it's like a job for him to review everything. So that I can see for sure, but
yeah.
I see a lot of top lists, and I look at that number and I look at the guy. I'm like, really? All right.
Yeah. I mean, because even with the top 10 movies, usually it's pretty clear, like, okay, these are 10 movies I thought were great. But even this year, there's really like more five and then five that were really good kind of thing.
Yeah, that was. I mean, you've seen probably way more than I have, but for
Yeah,
me,
because
it was like I tried to make a top 10 just for fun, and by the end, I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of like that, which is not really in the spirit of the
yeah,
best stuff.
because but my runner up was the Smashing Machine, which I actually liked, but it's a little sad that that's the. I don't know if you ended up seeing that.
I didn't know.
I did end up liking it, but it's sort of like people's complaints about it were legit, but it didn't really bother me that much in the sense that it's just sort of a documentary style account of this guy going through, uh, you know, his life as an MMA fighter, in Pride in the 90s
Hmm.
and doing whatever stuff he has to do. Like, I have to work out today. I'm in Tokyo. I got to get something for my wife at a gift store. I have an interview. So it's sort of to me just a demystified version of a sports movie. Like this is all the boring stuff that this guy has, day to day, and
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was like that. That sounds
and
more interesting to me, actually.
and what he's really like. But I thought it was interesting just because I'm interested in that time period.
Hmm.
So I did quite like the movie. But it feels like in a normal year that shouldn't be in the competing for the top 10
Yeah.
for me, because maybe saw about 50 movies, new movies, I think. And so to answer your question, but I'm pretty sure Eli saw more than that.
Oh, I would bet he did.
you know
It seems like he sees everything that's you know widely available.
yeah. um well, I did see something. So I've talked about this before, but I have I'm a Cinemark theaters. I'm a platinum member. So what that is like you have to see 25 movies a year.
Right.
And
Oh, did you make it?
I did make it. I made it on the last day. So like
Nice.
I got off of work New Year's Eve and ran to the housemaid.
Oh, did you stay and watch it like 8 times?
No, that was the last one. I had one left. So I was not really necessarily planning on seeing it.
It was just
But
a thing to see, so that you could
there was
keep your membership.
yeah, it was either that or Avatar
Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah,
or
time
like
alone.
some animated thing, or like there was nothing else really. Um
Yeah.
yeah, and then yeah, with the platinum status, it's like if you get it, you get 2 free tickets, and then you get 25% off all the concessions, and then you get there's giveaways that you enter, but I've never actually won anything.
Okay.
But there was been movie props that they give away and stuff, and whatever else. But yeah, Housemaid, it's sort of exactly what I thought it would be. It's like an R-rated Lifetime movie,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
ludicrous plot twists. But I appreciate they were going for the sexy uh Lifetime movie that your wine aunt secretly watches when no one's looking.
Yeah. Right.
And you got a little bit of Sydney Sweeney nudity.
Which
Um,
I got to say, Eli kind of oversold that. The way he talked about it, I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? And it was like, man,
yeah,
yeah,
but
she's
they're trying
technically
to be sexy, tasteful,
right.
rather than I think they did. I think they that they hit that sexy tone, and let's show as little nudity as we can get away with, and
Right.
still
Right.
get that sexy tone.
I mean, it
Um,
was, yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it as kind of a trashy, like you say, Lifetime movie. Um, I had listened to the audiobook because it was kind of a Kindle sensation. I guess it was originally like an ebook that got picked up because it made such a splash. It is a much better movie than it is a book because I do not like the author's writing style at all. So I thought the story was cool, but I didn't like the writing. So translating it into a movie with a professional screenwriter and professional actors, I thought really elevated it.
yeah, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know it was a book or anything, so I'm glad you filled me in. And it's directed by Paul Feig, but it is not a sequel to Bridesmaids. I got that initial when I saw the poster that at least they were trying to get people in the theater thinking it had something to do with Bridesmaids.
Oh, because of Paul Feig.
Yeah, and no, but it has nothing to do with that. So
I think he just needed a hit after his recent string.
what was Lady
Yeah,
Ghostbusters,
actually, that's
and
the only thing I remembered. Has he done anything since then?
I don't know. I assume so. Maybe he's done TV or something. I never saw Lady Ghostbusters.
I
I
didn't either.
I saw the trailer. I was like, yeah, no,
Yeah,
thank
right.
you.
Well, I think it's confirmed that you hate women because you saw the trailer and was like, that looks terrible, and you didn't see it.
That's
So
true.
yeah.
Me and James Rolfe get together couple times a month and just talk shit about women.
Speaking of which, not on movies, but my son and I were just at AEW World's End, and the first women's match we left to go buy merch. The next women's match we left and went to the bathroom and got some snacks. We did watch the women's world title match, but we both just were kind of sitting there and we both looked at each other like, I don't care about this at all. Like I tried, but I don't care. I just want it to be over. So I was like, well, I guess we hate women, whatever.
Yeah, like when WrestleMania would have like the 3-minute 8 diva tag match, like before the main
event. Like it's not to that level, but it's just there's I don't know. I just really think the talent level is not. It compares not favorably to the men in 99% of the cases, and it's just like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. But I just watched an awesome match, and the match after this is going to be awesome, and now I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for this to be over.
Yeah, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree is the saying, or
yeah, but I radicalized him.
Yeah,
we both hate women. They're all whores except for his mother.
Is there anything else that you've watched that you wanted to talk about?
I did want to talk about the. I got this from, I don't know. Should I say? Are we going to promote a bootleg label on here, or if you know that kind of thing?
I got some bootleg stuff, but I haven't watched it.
Okay, I got this from Sloppy Second Sales, the boot box. I think this is. Well, I think they originally come out on DVD. This is a Blu-ray that has volumes 17 through 20 on it. So yeah, all like VHS stuff that only ever made it to VHS or VCD. So, I mean, I can't deny my dirtbag roots. I saw on here that they had a Clockwork Orgy from 1995, which is a porno parody of A Clockwork Orange.
I have that. I think I have a bootleg VHS of that.
Okay. Honestly. I was like, oh man, I got to see that. And then it was like, so there's other stuff on here too. But it's pretty interesting. I haven't gone through all of it, but it's the first three, all from the 80s, Gozu, Kontan, and Biotherapy, all Japanese. They say SOV, but they're not SOV. They're shot on film.
Maybe direct to videos.
I think they meant direct to video, but they're all like they range between like 35 and 45 minutes each. So yeah, I guess just direct to video, like short monster movies, like really kind of cool, gory, goopy practical effects monster movies. It's pretty fun to watch them. The second one, Kontan, the quality is really terrible, and there are no subtitles on that one, but you can find online a better version. So I don't know why they didn't. Maybe that version wasn't available when they pressed this, but so there's that. There's 4 Russian animated shorts that are all about Greek myths. I guess I don't remember the guy's name. I guess he's kind of a decently known animator. Not something I would have bought, obviously, but it's like it's on here. It's cool. It's cool to see. Have you heard of Thriller Zone from 1995?
There's so many movies with Zone. There's like Alien Zone and Future Zone, and I don't think
Thriller, so. I've never heard of this. It's an anthology, which seems like it may be like a failed TV show. They're very kind of like third tier Tales from the Crypt kind of stories. Decent gore effects in the first one. The second one has William Forsythe, and he looks super young, but this came out in 1995. So I don't know if it was like an old thing. That was kind of a sci-fi story that wasn't that great. And then the third story is the last horror film, the Joe Spinell movie. but like a truncated version of it. Like they cut it down to like 45 minutes. So I don't know. They got the rights to this movie somehow and just crammed it into their anthology. I don't know. I can't find much information on what this anthology was, but
Have you ever seen have you ever seen Night Train to Terror?
no.
That sounds like a similar thing where it's like they had one movie that was unfinished and then two movies on a shelf and they edited them down to an anthology.
Oh, okay. Maybe that was it. I don't know.
So maybe it's a similar thing with that. But no,
Uh,
I had no idea that existed.
For you talking about the Shaw Brothers, there's a movie on here, a Shaw Brothers movie called Woman of the Night from 1973, which is from a VCD. It is
never heard of that one.
another anthology. They do not. None of the stories go together at all, like tone wise. Not like the first story is kind of like a family drama, which becomes like a kidnapping plot, and then the next one is like a Benny Hill wacky like sexual harassment story. it's a creepy boss who keeps trying to like trick his secretary into like getting drunk so he can molest her, and then she's like has all these plots to like get his wife to find out, and then his wife hits him over the head with a pipe, and it's all very wacky.
In this new Shaw Brothers set, there's a few of these movies that are of that the Benny Hill sex pest comedy, and I'm really not so into that right now. Watching these.
I mean, it was fun for a half hour. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I want to hold it. And then the third segment again they got really serious. It was about like a peeping Tom guy who his sister is trying to help him and cure him from his perversions. I mean, not a movie I would say I need a 4K $40 version of it, but it was interesting to see anyway on this. I think I got this on sale. I think regular price for this Blu-ray is like $12.
Oh wow.
There's Blood Brothers, which is Mike Diana, the guy who got prosecuted for obscenity for his zine, Boiled Angel. This is like a movie he made when he was a teenager with his brothers. I've not watched it. It's like a gore movie. And then Virtual Seduction, extended version, starring Jeff Fahey and Amy Dolenz. So I've not watched that yet, but I definitely will.
I think I saw that on VHS because wasn't that a full moon? Maybe it wasn't, or one of the full moon side labels,
like Surrender Cinema or whatever. Yeah, they're erotic. Yeah, maybe.
But I do remember that on VHS.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun because I mean, is anything on here like amazing? Not really, but it's all stuff I never would have seen. And for that, for that price, just to throw this in and just watch a bunch of random shit is kind of cool. So I'll probably be picking up the other volumes.
Yeah, this is I haven't watched anything in the set, but this is the Girl Boss collection. So this is my first time with this company.
Oh, okay.
Because I have 3 of these movies, but I didn't realize, I was looking it up and I didn't realize there were 7 of them.
Okay.
So I decided I need them, but I need to go ahead and watch these.
Is that all of them?
Yeah, I think it's all 7.
Okay. Yeah, I mean I don't want to like the quality does really vary. I really wish they would put up like screenshots of what they're actually selling, because sometimes it's amazing and sometimes it's like, really, you couldn't go on YouTube and find something better than this? Like, I got the Werewolf. Remember the Werewolf Fox TV series from?
Oh, this, yeah.
They sell that and it is freaking awful, like almost unwatchable. And you can go on YouTube and watch like a perfectly good version of it. Like, why didn't you just rip it off YouTube and sell that?
Yeah, so, I vaguely remember that show, like in reruns, or maybe seen an episode or 2.
Yeah. I mean, in the end, it doesn't matter because that show sucks shit. Like, as a kid, I thought it was amazing, and then watching it now, I was like, these episodes are 22 minutes long, and I'm like, oh, let's get on with it. This is boring.
Fast forwarding.
Let's get to the stock footage of the guy transforming because you can only afford to do it once.
Yeah. um. Well, let's see here. I watched a weird movie. You know, I think we've talked about him before a little bit, but Paul Naschy,
Yeah.
the the famous Spanish horror director. He was in a bunch of werewolf movies. And I watched maybe the weirdest one that he was in, Beast and the Magic Sword. But look at that fucking cover.
That is a sweet cover.
It's basically he goes to Japan to find a cure for his werewolfism.
Uh-huh.
And he basically ends up being like the primary villain in a samurai movie. So it's half a Paul Naschy werewolf movie and half a samurai movie.
Oh, like, okay. I thought you meant like he's involved in like they're filming a samurai movie.
Oh no, I mean no, it's not a meta thing. I mean
Okay.
it's a samurai story.
Okay.
It's sort of like he comes to Japan and then the samurai realize that this guy's an evil werewolf, and there's some other monsters, and then but like the point is like the point of view kind of switches.
Okay.
But yeah,
is
he fights.
Is the girl in the painting in the movie?
No. But no, there is a scene where the werewolf breaks into a brothel, and he's like, and there's like samurais having sex with the ladies, and then like he's ripping out their throats and like ripping off their tops, pull the titties out while ripping out throats, and it's pretty awesome.
I'm listening.
And then there's also a scene where he fights a tiger, and it's a real tiger.
Let's go.
And the other weird thing is that the whole movie is dubbed in Spanish. So you have the Paul Naschy plays a Spaniard, and he has a sister with him in his entourage or whatever, and they all speak Spanish. But then all the samurai speak Spanish.
Okay.
And it's subtitled in English, so that was a little jarring to me.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
yeah.
But it's all dubbed anyways, so I'm sure when they released it in Japan, it was all in Japanese.
Was it like a co-production or something?
Yeah. So this was just a weird co-production.
Okay.
And then yeah, it is kind of long though. It's like 2 hours long. So it's kind of there's some like long, boring dialogue scenes, but there's some pretty amazing scenes in it. So,
like I kind of feel like I get what people like about Paul Naschy stuff, but I've never I've seen a few and I've never had the desire to like, oh, I got to see more.
Yeah. Well, I've seen a few and they haven't really impressed me that much, other than like some of the sleaziness factor of him ripping apart a naked girl or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that I'm a huge fan of most werewolf movies, other than obviously American Werewolf in London. I like The Howling quite a bit, but I don't know that it's a character I'm super into.
Yeah. What about The Howling 2?
Howling 2, yes, but for the wrong reasons. I love Howling 2.
Furry boobs.
Yeah, but just the rest of the movie is just pretty hilarious.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. I really like The Howling 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else? Even like Dog Soldiers, the one that people think, oh, that's a good werewolf movie. I don't know. I rewatched it recently. And I was like, I don't know. I don't freaking care about it really.
Yeah, I saw it when it came out, and I thought it was pretty good. But it's sort of like Assault on Precinct 13, but with werewolves.
Yeah. Wolf Cop. I'll go Wolf Cop is my favorite.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Because I think dramatically, problem I have with the character is, it's a guy that turns into a werewolf and then wreaks havoc, and then he wakes up and he's like, "What happened last night?" It's sort of like not super dramatically interesting,
Yeah.
other than the sort of tragic thing of he either wants to die or be cured of his werewolfism.
I'm not. Yeah, and the whole tortured monster, I'm not that into. Like, all right, cool. You're sad. Let's
Yeah,
see some murder and some boobs.
um, other than like I guess there's like the metaphor of it's sort of the internal beast coming out. So you could equate it to like an alcoholic father becoming an animal when he drinks or something. So you have like you could be a
You should be sipping
metaphor.
a cappuccino while you say that.
Yeah, well, I finished my cappuccino. I can't.
uh, I didn't want to ruin. And if this is in your list, I didn't want to like ruin you talking about it. But I did watch One Battle After Another this week. If you care about talking about that or not.
I was gonna save that.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, we'll save that.
I will
Um,
say, just going through what I watched, this probably is not interesting to anybody but me. But of the like 20 movies I saw this year, 3 of them starred Jack Quaid. I don't know, like I like him well enough, but it's not like I
is
seek
it?
out his movie.
Well, one of them was Companion, right?
Yeah,
And then was it Novocaine?
Novocaine and Neighborhood Watch.
Okay, I don't even know what Neighborhood Watch is. You can talk about that. I don't even know what that
Um,
is.
so that is he and frick. What's that guy's name? He's a 3 name guy. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Is that right?
I'm bad with the names. That sounds like a person that exists.
He was. I think he was most famous for being like the villain in Walking Dead, like a couple seasons ago.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, it's I didn't know about it either. It was a movie that Red Letter Media just kind of brought up in passing about like streaming movies that just disappear that they don't know why nobody cared about it. So this movie is Jack Quaid just got out of a psychiatric hospital. He's schizophrenic, and he sees a girl being like kind of smacked around and abducted in an alley, and he like he runs after the van to get the license plate, and he goes to the police, but the police look him up, and it's like, oh, this guy's nuts, so they don't pay attention to him. And then he's even questioning himself, did he really see it or is he imagining it? His neighbor is an ex-security guard who is still obsessed with like police stuff, so they kind of team up to like solve this mystery. And yeah, it's a cool little movie. I not something I would say is any of my top of the year or anything, but I think something worth watching. Everybody's good in it. Malin Ackerman's in it. She's his sister. I always like her. So yeah, it's a good movie. It's on Hulu.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be talking about Companion when we do our top 10. So I'll get with Eli in terms of what we're gonna do for that.
Okay.
Assume he survives. Yeah, because I had like a really bad flu maybe 3 weeks ago, and then it felt like yesterday I was like fighting another cold.
Ooh.
But I took some vitamins and slept a long time last night, and I'm feeling better. So I think hopefully I beat it. Crushed it.
Yeah, let's go.
Here's another movie that I am surprised I've only maybe saw once as a kid. But the Kino Lorber was doing yet another sale, and I picked up some stuff, Blu-ray sale. And this is maybe $8 or $9 on Blu-ray, and it's Uncle Buck. Well, people know what the cover is, but there you go.
Never
Uncle
seen it.
Buck. You've never seen it?
No.
Just because I'm a fan of both John Candy and John Hughes, but I just remember seeing this as a kid. Yeah. Overall, I think it's really good. I don't think it's as good as a lot of the other famous John Hughes movies. Bueller, Pretty in Pink, Weird Science. I don't think it's quite on that level, but it's basically, it's just John Candy has to um, babysit his sister's family because they have to go away for some uh, medical emergency, and he's a fuck up that doesn't know how to parent, basically. So that's the gag. And then the daughter's too cool for school, and she hates him, but then he helps her deal with, like, she's got the scumbag boyfriend. So then they sort of bond over that. He helps her get out of this relationship. But like a lot of the gags, the John Candy gags, are just him being this weird parent figure that doesn't know what to do. So like the washer and dryer are broken, so he microwaves all their socks to dry them. And he wants to make these big pancakes, and he uses a snow shovel to make the pancakes.
Okay, I think I've seen that clip. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's just a lot of funny stuff with that, which is him being a fuck up that has no idea what parenting is.
See, that's a movie that I should have seen based on my age and when it came out. But I was like, I would go through these weird things like, that's for babies. I'm not watching that. I want to see Friday the 13th movies, and I would just, I don't know. So I have some gaps there with like movies I probably should have seen based on my age and when they came out, but I've never actually seen it.
And then I don't know why I hadn't rewatched it. I never owned a copy, so that's probably why, and I don't know why I never did, because all the other movies I have on one form or another.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But and then the other thing is that so Macaulay Culkin plays the little brother, and this is before Home Alone, so you can totally tell that this kid's going to be a star,
Mm-hmm.
And he has probably the funniest line. Like the daughter lies to the or lies to Buck in order to like run off with her boyfriend. And then Macaulay says something like, "I didn't know cheerleaders lived in the woods," because the she says her alibi is like she's hanging out with her cheerleader friend, but she actually ran off to the woods to fuck her boyfriend. So Macaulay says something like, I forget how the dialogue actually went, but something like, "I didn't know cheerleaders lived in the woods," and he blows the cover. So I screwed up explaining it, but it was to me, it was the funniest line, I thought. It makes sense if you actually watch the movie. And
where's James? Is he okay?
Hmm?
Where's James? Is he okay?
He said he was going to be like off social media for a while, so he may or may not pop into streams.
All right.
At least for the immediate future.
Sorry to butt in with that. I just clicked on the chat and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Simon is actually on another stream right now, a private one that I was just on. So
okay,
with us or not.
And there's a scene with a party where they're playing Young MC Bust a Move, and there's absolutely zero black people at this party. And having lived in the Chicago suburbs, I found that surprising. But
I mean, I don't know what the burbs were like at that time. I don't know. Maybe.
But in fairness, like maybe like it's in like this is supposed to take place in like Glencoe or Winnetka, like just a super white neighborhood on the shore. Because like Home Alone, that house is pretty swank. It's like it.
Was that Chicago? I never even paid attention.
Is Home that Alone? Sarcasm?
No. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. So
okay. Yes. Yeah.
It is okay.
But I guess you can make an argument that it's a very upscale neighborhood. Some of these movies in Chicago, or they're just zero. They have hip hop music, but no black people.
Right. Isn't there a thing? Didn't he have a town that was a fictional town?
Oh yeah,
Because that was like a plot point in Dogma, right? That they were trying to find this town.
yeah. They mention it in a few of the movies. So Breakfast Club, they mention it.
Okay.
But I don't think that's the town in Home Alone or Uncle Buck. Yeah, so I'm glad I have it on Blu-ray now. I can rewatch it. Pretty good, pretty funny. Not one of the classics, I don't think, of John Hughes, but
I did rewatch over the last couple weeks Twin Peaks, whatever you call it, The Return or season 3 or whatever, the Showtime version. I liked it a lot more. I haven't watched it since it aired, which was what, 2016, 2017. I liked it a lot more this time because you can just not being focused on the plot or what is going to happen, just being able to like enjoy. Oh, that's a cool scene, or oh, that's cool what they did there. I really think it is a fantastic achievement of David Lynch, and I'm glad he got to do it because it almost fell apart at the last minute, but yeah, you can't be too focused on the story, I guess, is my advice if you haven't watched it. Just kind of go in and enjoy it. Be immersed in the world and all his wacky ideas. And I think the only thing that really resolves is Ed from the gas station and Norma from the restaurant get together and have their happy ending. That's kind of really the only resolution that is offered. I remember when I watched it originally, my wife was in the room, but she didn't care about it. She was like reading or something, and it ended, and I was like, he fucking did it to me again. God damn it.
Yeah,
and I don't know what it means, and whatever. It doesn't matter. I just enjoyed watching it again and kind of being in that world.
Yeah, I bought it when it first came out on Blu-ray and watched the whole series, and I haven't rewatched it, so that's something I do want to do at some point.
Just for me personally, I think a second watch is more enjoyable because, at least for me, the first time I was so fixated on it the original series that I was like, all right, so they're gonna tie everything up and explain everything and what's gonna happen, and they don't do that. So when you know they're not gonna do that, then you can just kind of sit back and enjoy what it is.
All right, that's good advice. I have the mindset for the rewatch. And have you seen some of those clips of him flipping out, David Lynch, during the making of? There's some good quality clips. Maybe they're on YouTube
on the making of disc.
Yeah, maybe they're on the making of.
I watched like the first 30 minutes and it was like 5 hours. And I was like, I'm not gonna watch this. So I probably have not. No.
Yeah, because there's a rant, I think, when a producer tells them they don't have enough time to shoot that or something.
Okay.
And he goes off.
I'll search that out. That sounds cool.
And he goes off about, why are we always rushing, and swear, he's yelling and swearing about the lack of time when making movies, and it's pretty funny.
I do. I mean, it's kind of become a meme, but I think it was a special feature maybe on Inland Empire about him just talking about movies, and people are watching movies on their fucking phone. It's such a sadness.
Yeah, that's a good one. Or
bullshit. Total fucking bullshit.
Said like a gentleman. And that was part of a thing where the interviewer asked him, what do you think of incorporating product placement into movies?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then that's his response. Bullshit. Yeah. Total fucking like, who is this interviewer that thinks that David Lynch is going to be like, oh yeah, if Pepsi wants to sign up, I'll put them right in Twin Peaks.
Yeah, it's great. I
Yeah.
love it.
Like,
Like I don't. He's another one that like I don't know what the freaking rabbits, his little rabbits web series was that he incorporated in Inland Empire. I don't understand it. I don't understand a lot of what he did, but I wish there were more filmmakers like that, and I don't know if there will be.
yeah, I think I got the Criterion 4K, but I have not watched the 4K, but I've seen the movie quite a few times. But I think Fire Walk with Me is my favorite David Lynch movie. At least it used to be for a while.
Yeah, I might go Mulholland Drive.
Yeah. Yeah,
But I
because
think Fire Walk with Me is definitely benefited from reappraisals over the years because I know it came out and nobody gave a shit. Like Twin Peaks had just been canceled. Nobody cared about Twin Peaks.
yeah, because I think people expected it to be like you watch Twin Peaks and then Fire Walk with Me is the final episode and
Yeah.
it ties everything together. Because I remember like we would rent it out at the video store and people would be pissed off returning it. So I think that's what they thought it was.
Oh, okay. And it was not accessible at all. Like I went with a friend of mine who didn't watch the series, and he was just like, "What the fuck are we watching?"
But I think like all the like a lot of the really weird stuff in the movie I think is really funny. Like
Yeah.
the movie's
Yeah.
really funny. Like the I know shit from Shinola at the diner, that whole bit is great. You have to get tuned to it's because it's simultaneously like super creepy and really funny.
Yeah.
And then you have sort of the downfall arc. So I think it works on like 3 different levels.
And I've never gotten over my crush on Cheryl Lee, so
Yeah.
just to watch her as a star of a movie is pretty great too.
Yeah, because you have Cheryl Lee, Machen Amick, and what's her face?
In the movie, Moira Kelly.
No, in the series,
Oh, God damn it!
Haunting Morella. Wait, was she in that?
No.
Sherilyn Fenn.
Sherilyn Fenn. Why can't I freaking think of her name? Jesus. Whew.
But that's a triple whammy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Have you seen? Speaking of Machen, Amick, however you say it, a movie called Dream Lover with James Spader.
Yeah.
Is that that's not available, right?
I don't think so. I think I have maybe a VHS of it.
Yeah, I had like a VHS copy of it I made, but that's all I have. Yeah,
but you got to get the unrated version. Because I remember at least when
excuse me.
Bless you. And initially when it came out on DVD, it was only the R-rated.
Oh, okay.
And then on VHS, you could get either R-rated or unrated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that I mean, is obviously seeing a hot lady naked a bunch is awesome, but I actually thought it was a pretty cool movie too.
Yeah, it's like an elevated Skinamax movie. It's like, what if we took a Skinamax movie seriously, kind of thing. I think it's actually good, but pretty damn sexy. I think I have to run to the bathroom.
All right.
We're already 45 minutes in.
Well, while you're gone, I'll talk about the benefits of National Socialism.
All right. That's exactly what we want to advertise.
Get your channel canceled. Hello. I don't think anybody's here. Is anybody here? I'll check the chat. 0779 says can't watch now. I don't know who 0779 is, but thanks for popping in. That's cool. Yeah, let's see. I can talk about anything else on here. Also on here, there's a movie called Shock Diverso Diabolica from 1984. It is a Brazilian. I don't know. I'm showing you this. It's just a list of titles. Who cares? I'm just used to showing something. It's a Brazilian slasher, I guess. a really terrible rock band has a terrible rock concert, and then there's people there, and then I guess there's rooms in the back where people are fucking or trying to fuck or whatever. I don't know. And then they don't seem to go anywhere, but apparently they're in a house in the woods, and then a killer shows up, starts killing people. But it's like the lamest slasher of all time because it's just like strangulations.
What is
And
this?
it's a movie called Shock, slash Diverso Diabolica from 1984. Brazilian horror thriller slasher, I guess. But it's super boring. And yeah, I just was talking about something that I watched on here because you were gone.
Oh, that's good to know.
I looked at some Letterboxd reviews, and somebody who speaks Portuguese said that it's actually more than it appears because it's like political and it's supposed to like signify something about the military dictatorship at the time or something. I don't know, but as an ignorant American watching this movie, oh, and also it's subtitled but horribly subtitled. Like somebody ran it through Google Translate like 15 times until it doesn't mean anything because they're English words and they don't really go together at all. So there's that. You can't really understand the dialogue. There's no kills. There's some boobs, I guess, if you're into that. Which I'm into boobs, but I can get them more efficiently in other ways.
I think I've heard of this movie, but that's
Okay.
about it. Like there was a Brazilian slasher movie.
Yeah, I mean, I respect the opinions of people who speak the language that there's more to it than that, but I think if you don't speak the language, then you're not gonna get much out of it. That was another of the random picks on here that it was cool to check out, but definitely not something I would ever watch again.
All right, you want to look at a stupid post from Reddit?
Do I?
And this had never occurred to me, but I saw this that somebody shared this. This is somebody's post on. This is like there's like the general movie subreddit, which I'm never on. Somebody posted this on Facebook. Should cinemas offer movie screenings at different speeds? I usually watch movies at 1.5 speed, which can make going to the cinema a bit frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they think the way we can save movie theaters is if we have a 1x speed screening, a 1.5, and a 2x speed screening. Thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Do they understand? I don't know, economics or space, or how are you going to have 3 different screenings of the same movie at different speeds? Like what? Beyond the obvious, like you're a fucking monster. You don't watch movies that way.
David Lynch has thoughts on this.
Bullshit. Total fucking bullshit.
But just the idea that people watch movies at 1.5 speed, like the only thing I'll do is just I'll fast forward through certain scenes sometimes.
Right. Yeah, if you want to watch movies that way, I mean, you're free to be the person you want to be, but you're a fucking monster and sit in your house and do it where other people don't see your shame.
Yeah, I think that's what sort of stuck out is like there's just no shame in this. There's no, hey, shamefully I watch movies at 1.5 speed.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else that, is as disgusting a human as I am? They it's like they celebrate it. But I've never honestly watched a movie at 1.5 speed or.
No, I haven't either. I have done YouTube videos. If it's somebody I know that speaks slowly and I see the video's long, like I'll go to 1.5, they'll be fine.
Okay.
But a movie, no, I would if I needed to go faster, then I just probably won't watch it.
Yeah. But also like I guess it depends on the streaming service, but if you put it at 1.5 speed, then usually isn't it silent? Isn't it muted? Or is all the sound sped up?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I've never done it, so I guess I don't know. Oh, I did. You know what? I gotta take it back. I did the movie that we watched this week. The subtitles weren't working. The first way I tried to watch it, so I watched like the first half hour without subtitles, thinking, "But yeah, I'll be fine." And then once you told me what to do, and I was like, okay, well, I've seen all this, so I just need to know the dialogue. So I did play it at 1.5 speeds, just because the subtitles still kept up, so I could catch up to what I had missed. So there's that. But I did watch it in regular speed first.
Yeah, I think in that case, I need to just like convert the video and like burn in the subtitles. I
It's
didn't
weird
realize it.
because the way you've done it in the past, they've come up fine. I don't know. For some reason, this time it didn't work. Maybe because there are too many. Because
I think it's just because it's from a Chinese Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
That it's not selected to default to English subtitles
Okay.
or something. I think that's why. Do you want to go over do you remember the Halloween imprint $400 box set where it's the jack-o'-lantern that lights up and all the movies are stuck inside the jack-o'-lantern?
I remember that existing. Yes. You didn't buy it? Did you?
No, but there was an update. So basically, this Australian company, Imprint Films, did a box set of the first 5 Halloween movies, Steelbook, 4Ks, and then it was inside. This is like too small for me to even read. Here we go. And it's inside a light up jack-o'-lantern.
Mm-hmm.
But then right before they were going to ship all of these out, they realized that all the jack-o'-lanterns break when you put the steel books inside it. So they canceled it, and this is their very shall we say slanted account of the events. So what they did is you can get anybody that pre-ordered it, you can get a refund, or they'll give you $33 back, and they'll put the movies inside just a steel box instead.
For the low price of $367.
$360.
Okay.
And keep in mind, at least all of the Blue Tubers that pre-ordered this that I saw, they already had all the movies on 4K. They were only getting it because it came with the jack-o'-lantern that lights up.
Yeah.
So they were upset because it's like, well, that's the only reason why I ordered it.
Well, I guess they're offering the refund, so I guess you can't like say they're stealing your money, but the default like if that's what you're doing instead, I was like, give me half my money back then. I don't know. At least, right? Because what are you getting now? Five steelbooks?
Yeah, I think they probably just figured out we spent $33 from this shitty Chinese company per item.
Oh,
so that's what we'll discount. Maybe that's how they did the math. I don't really know.
All right, well, they need to redo that math. I mean, in a different stage in my life, maybe I could see myself buying that. It's fucking dumb, but it's kind of cool. But yeah, the light up jack-o'-lantern part is not worth 10% of the asking price. It's way more than that.
Yeah, and then the funny thing is, like, I just saw a bunch of people almost praised Imprint. They were like, well, they were dealt a bad hand by this company in China that built these faulty jack-o'-lanterns, so they're doing the best they can with the bad situation. But I really do not agree with that.
No.
And I've mentioned the channel Christian at Planet CHH, which is a horror channel. He basically laid it out, which is what I agree with, which is the way you do it before you take anybody's money is you have a prototype and you make sure this is that it's what you're selling works in the way that you want it to work and everything's fine, and also that it scales to the number that you're making. Like you'll be able to make 2,000 of these.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to figure that out before you take anybody's money,
Right.
and not as you're shipping the fucking thing out.
It does seem like now, sadly, the business model is put up your pre-order and then figure it out. Which, yeah, it really needs to be the other way around.
Bring the money in, and then let's figure out how we're going to deliver.
Get the pre-order so that we have, finance by pre-order. Which I don't agree with that at all.
Because there's a few other small labels where they're taking a year to ship out pre-orders because they're like they're collecting the money and then figuring out how we're going to do this.
Right. Like the wait for that trick or treat set was very long. I mean, over a year since they talked about it. But what they did was they got it freaking done, and then they put up then you could order it. They didn't take your money 2 years in advance and go, well, you'll get it sometime.
They had them in hand, I think.
Yeah, I think they were totally done. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I just thought it was kind of stupid. So that's it's not something that I was going to order or anything.
No, I mean, it sounds cool, but not for the third version of movies I already have. And then you don't even get the cool thing about it.
Yeah. And another thing I wanted to bring up 2 weeks ago, but I missed it, was that Shout Factory is actually releasing John Woo classics in theaters.
Holy crap.
So I wanted to announce this. And it's like within like 20 miles, there's like 5 or 6 theaters that are playing these. So
really? Okay. I might have a shot then.
So there's obviously, and I'm in Baltimore, so there's probably on the high end.
Yeah.
But it sort of tells me that there's really a lot of theaters throughout the U.S. that are gonna be playing these.
Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays, huh? Okay.
Yeah, so it's Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays at various points through April. So Hardball is playing January 25th and the 26th and the 28th. And then A Better Tomorrow Part 1 is playing March 1st, the 2nd, and the 4th. And The Killer is playing the 5th, the 6th, and the 8th.
Who's doing this? Shout Factory?
Yes.
Okay.
And these are the, in Cantonese with the English subtitles. So it's not the English dubbed version. And apparently they're having John Woo intros.
Oh, okay, cool.
So he's coming on screen and talking to the audience. I don't know.
So I assume there are like 4Ks coming out of these. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, they've released 4Ks of all 3 of those.
Oh, okay. All right.
So they released Hardboiled and The Killer, and then the Better Tomorrow trilogy on 4K.
Shit. I might have to get those.
So I'm going to try to see Hardboiled coming up. So yeah, just for people's awareness.
What happened to John Woo?
I guess he fell off a cliff. Like, when was the last good John Woo movie that he made?
I mean, the last good one? I don't know. I don't even know what the last one was.
Well, there was that Silent Night thing. Oh, no, was that the name? No, it wasn't. What's the name of it? It's a guy that's mute.
Holy crap, I don't know.
Here. Was that the name of it?
Didn't they do some like Peacock reboot of something that he did?
I don't know. Yeah, Silent Night but it generally got really bad reviews. Apparently there's a reboot of The Killer.
Oh, I think it was The Killer. Yeah. But get this, he's a girl now.
Uh-oh.
Fucking blew your mind, didn't I?
That's good. You have plenty of opportunities to go to the bathroom or get a hot dog when you watch the movie.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. It's like he came to America. He made like a couple movies, and then I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. Wind Talker. I think Wind Talker is the last thing I saw, and I was like, it's all right, I guess.
Yeah, I heard mixed things. I've heard it was bad. People have said it's really violent and cool. I never saw it.
I saw it once, and I don't remember anything about it. So it was neither terrible or awesome.
Okay. Well, you didn't sell me, so
Get into it.
I guess, I mean, like, since the 90s, really.
Yeah, I mean, it was the last, like, Face Off was like the last like thing of note, right?
Yeah. I do like that movie to a point.
It's all right. I mean,
ridiculous,
it's
but
got some dubs in it. It's pretty sweet.
yeah. So like one topic I wanted to talk about was like if we have a favorite Rob Reiner movie, but maybe I wanted to wait for Eli
Okay.
because originally that I was gonna talk with Eli about that.
Okay.
I mean, whatever.
All right, now I go to the bathroom. So
Okay. we are elderly, so this is what happens. But I had a 5-shot Americano before the show, drank some water, so I know what's coming. I think we're going to segue to our movie Red to Kill. We're about an hour in. This is 1994. The company Error 4444. I think there are 4 4s. Is that right? They released a Blu-ray of it, but it went out of print really quickly. But I saw that it recently went back into print, and I did order a copy. And this is a movie that I originally saw on VHS. And oddly, it was like a I think I'm starting into talking about our movie
okay.
for the week, Red to Kill. This is the movie I originally rented on VHS, and that's how I originally saw it. I did order the company Error 4444, which is like an Asian cult cinema company. They released a Blu-ray of this, very limited, and it went out of print, but then they, I think, recently re-released it, and I did order a copy, but I'm still waiting on it. And then I have a this is a bootleg. There was a legit DVD, but this is a bootleg version of that. I was hoping, like, when I ordered it, maybe it was real, but it is not.
Mhm.
And had you ever heard of this movie?
You know, it sounded familiar, and then I remember this book that I had.
I have that as well.
Okay. And I don't feel like this is serial killer shit, but this is what I do. This is the kind of thing. I was not surprised to find this in there. There's a bunch of pieces of paper with, I mean, super small print of like all the movies that in the book that looked interesting to me, and there's like a few word description and then the star rating they gave them. And it was on my list. Red to Kill was on my list. I never saw it. So thank you. 30 years later, I got to cross one off my list. We had the comic book store I went to when I collected comic books had a decent selection of probably not strictly official Hong Kong movies on VHS, so I would use this list to kind of go through and say, oh yeah, that's on my list. I'll get that one. So, and this guy did Dr. Lamb, right? Wasn't that one of his movies?
Oh, was it? Yeah, the director is Billy Tang.
Yeah.
He did Run to Kill. Did he do Dr. Lamb?
It says in here, Dr. Lang. He did Billy Tang with Danny Lee. I remember that one being like a big deal, like a kind of a
he
fucked up
co-directed
serial
it
movie.
with Danny Lee. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I had seen that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's my. I had heard of this movie, but I'd forgotten that I heard of this movie.
Okay. Yeah, because the way I saw it, it was a VHS. I think it was the Tai Sang VHS. It was actually 2 tapes. It was the movie on one tape, and the second tape was a bunch of trailers. And I think it had like a similar cover to this.
Okay.
So that's how I originally saw it. And I was appalled. And I guess appalled. Yeah, we'll say appalled by this movie. So
I think
really stuck out.
I sent you a message saying this movie's utterly reprehensible.
But I have very mixed feelings about this movie, so that's why I kind of wanted to discuss it. Like,
I guess before you get into like describing it or whatever, do you know is the lead actress like actually mentally challenged?
No, she's like a hot model actress, just a regular actress.
Okay.
So this is her like delivering her Oscar performance.
Okay. All right.
So, and oddly, in terms of like a non-special needs actor doing that type of thing, she's way better than most. Like, have you seen like Riding the Bus with My Sister with Rosie O'Donnell playing an R word?
Tropic Thunder, you never go full R word.
Yeah. Like they would like did you ever listen to Opie and Anthony?
Not really, no.
I listened to a little bit, but they did some bits where they were making fun of that movie.
Okay.
So maybe that's how I initially heard of it.
I mean, I've seen clips. It's pretty. You don't really need to make fun of it.
But oddly, this movie has one of the best examples I can think of going full R word, but I guess doing it kind of well. I mean, because usually it's just really terrible. Like if you've seen the Other Sister is another one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I really didn't think it was over the top. It was like subtle enough. I was like, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, because initially I didn't know either if she was like that or not. But I realized I looked her up on IMDb. I realized I've seen her in other movies.
Okay.
A couple other. Yeah, so to me that like this it's sort of like 2 movies smushed together. It's like a super depressing movie about a special needs girl that goes to a home because her father dies in an accident, and then she doesn't have any family, and she's got to learn to become friends and sort of get acquainted with her other special needs buddies at this home. Like it kind of works to me as like an after school special, and I'm secretly like a fan of those like 70s and 80s after school specials because I would watch them and those types of made for TV movies. So it's like I'm watching it, I'm like emotionally involved in this girl's story, but the other part of it is like this reprehensible exploitation sexual assault movie. So it just weirdly 2 movies that don't go together were just stuck together.
Yeah,
is how I would describe it.
Because her story it's very sad, and then she loses her father and she has to leave the only home she's known to live in this group home, and then you see her like making friends with the other people, and then all the neighbors hate them, but then like they make friends and they're like, oh no, you guys are great. And then it's like kind of like this uplifting story. And then here comes the grape, which kind of throws a wrench in everything.
Yeah, because you could see like like an after school special where it was treated normally, where you have like someone that works at the home that's sexual assault someone, but it's done tastefully. Because there's other like there's that movie Are You Alone in the House, which is sort of a made for TV thriller about sexual assault, but it has sort of an after school special slant to it. So you could sort of see that kind of version of the movie where you would go, well, that's sort of a normal movie where it's, even though it's sort of difficult subject matter, it's like it's done tastefully and they overcome, like she's sexually assaulted, but then she overcomes it and becomes friends. And then her goal in life is to become a dancer. Like she becomes a dancer and there's a happy ending. Like I'm sort of watching it and like imagining this happy fun, this sort of, maybe not happy, but sort of a sad movie, but that ends up, with a happy ending.
Yeah,
and boy, it just goes.
And it's not like, I don't have like the film making language to describe it, but like the assaults are not presented as like, oh, this is an ugly, horrible, violent act. It's more like, oh, here's kind of some sexy blue lighting and there's a scene on the bodies and I don't know. It's presented more as an erotic event than a violent attack.
I would say, I mean, in some movies I appreciate that, but I think that's like the real mistake in this movie is like it is felt like the first girl that's sexually assaulted, like she's really hot and they make sure to show off her entire body.
Right.
Like this sort of exploitation way that all the sexual assault scenes are handled, I think was a mistake. Like,
which, I mean, it's a way you can go if that's the movie you're making, but then like you're saying, it's like there's another movie happening and then they just like smash them together and it's pretty weird. I mean, weird being maybe a charitable way to put it. Like, others might say horrible or distasteful or I don't know.
So you can't imagine like this movie being made in the US.
Oh no.
Like people it would not make sense to people, like besides being offensive.
Yeah, and I don't know, like I guess I don't know the intent of this. I don't know if the intent was to be like a freaking edgy boy to do this. I think was this like a legitimate, like, because the scroll at the beginning, it was talking about, this is to shine a light on this horrible thing that happened, and I don't know how legit that is, but
yeah, I mean, if you're being because that did scroll thing at the beginning. I mean, if you're being generous, you could say like it's a metaphor for like maybe in Hong Kong, these types of homes, there's sort of a chew them up and spit them out kind of thing, where these people are mistreated, and maybe the movie is sort of metaphorically, rallying against that. Like if you're being generous. But I don't really know in terms of if there is sort of a, if that's a thing in Hong Kong that people know about, like, mentally handicapped people are mistreated,
right,
or something. I don't really know.
I did see some kind of write up about that. Somebody thought that it was presented as a critique of the mental health system or those kind of group homes, which maybe I don't know. Just the sleazy nature in which it was presented makes me think that maybe possibly their heart was not in the right place and they just wanted to like show some hot boobs. I don't know.
Yeah, but if you take the show some hot boobs, that aspect out, you can see that they are sympathizing, with the mentally handicapped people in the movie,
Yeah.
and it's sort of from a point of view of this is horrible stuff happening to them.
Maybe
And
it's like it felt like a personal attack on me because it was like, don't make me feel bad about boobs. Come on, what are you doing? Boobs should make me happy, not make me feel sad and dirty.
yeah, but I was the same way. These are like or like in Carrie, what is the mother? She
Oh
calls them dirty pillows. This is the dirty pillow movie. And this is like one of the saddest, like the arc of this is her only family or 3 goldfish that she calls her brothers.
Yeah. And then even like you feel bad about her. You feel bad for her because she lost her dad. But then like later in the movie, she talked about her dad always called her stupid. I was like, oh geez, it's even worse. Even the one person she loved was a piece of shit.
Yeah. And this is the I forgot her name, but this is the social worker. In this type of movie, you always have like the social worker that actually cares, in the sort of system where most people don't. And she's trying to make a difference. And also, like, at least through the 90s, in any of these types of movies, you always had like the group that would show up and protest the special needs. Like that's not a thing anymore, right? The past 20 years.
Oh, I go protest at my local group home all the time. You don't? I laughed because just seeing the subtitle is just. I mean, it's terrible, but just seeing it in print's funny.
Yeah. Like this is the ultimate Karening. I feel like you have the the Down syndrome house, and you show up with the sign, the down with the R words. It's like, really? And this
was a little much. This guy was a little much.
Yeah.
He went full R word.
Yeah. Well, it's like beyond full. What's beyond full R word? He's like 150%.
Yeah.
But this is pretty again pretty sad, where she sneaks out and gets in trouble, but it's because she grabs like personal effects from her father, like his shirt and stuff.
This is where I got to this point, and I was like, okay, I can do it in subtitles because I don't know what the frick is happening.
Yeah. But I guess the movie is like very effective in a sense where like I want Ming Ming to succeed and be happy, and boy does she does it not work out that way.
No.
Yeah, and then the social worker is supportive of her goal of being a dancer. There's a dance competition coming up. And this is again another sad bit of dialogue that sort of shows how innocent she is when she's talking about the those group of jerks protesting. And she says, if we are good behaved, the neighbors will love us.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the
I did not like the tension of this scene.
yeah. So part of another weird thing is that the sexual assaulter that works at the house or whatever you want to call it, he, from some childhood trauma, like he goes crazy whenever he sees the color red and starts sexually assaulting women. So they set that up where there's several different encounters where women show up, or go down a dark alleyway wearing red, and then he sexually assaults them. So this movie has the balls to like halfway in have this little girl show up wearing red, so you know what's going to happen. And there's also a dude that does deliveries to the house that is just a regular pedo guy, sweaty pedo guy. So there's like two different sexual assaulters on the prowl. But I'm not going to show anything that happens with her, but just that they had the balls to do that. And then sadly, Ming Ming starts wearing red, and obviously that's.
I was confused by this part. Like, was there a competition, or they just showed her and then figured they didn't need to show the rest of it? I just thought it was like a recital or something, and then they said it was a competition. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, I thought maybe it was a recital for the competition.
okay, doesn't matter. Just
Yeah. But yeah, they said in the movie that the big competition she's practicing for is in Belgium, I think.
oh, okay, I might have zoned out on that.
Or maybe this is like a talent show or something. But again, the subtitles are pretty bad, so I wouldn't.
Right? Yeah. Right.
Maybe this is more of a talent show thing, recital.
Oh yes, his mother was a whore and wore red. That's right.
Yeah, I like the they have those inaccurate subtitles, but they have the phrase "useless fuck." I like that. There's like a word in Cantonese that means useless fuck. That's what I want to believe.
it's a one syllable word, and that's what it means.
And you need to have this, the post sexual assault scene where she's crying in the shower.
Yeah, that was pretty disturbing, actually.
Yeah.
I don't like to feel things. Stop making fun of movies like this.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, and then she can't testify because she's a R word.
Yeah, and then so obviously she thinks she's going to get justice in the court system. This is not a believe all women society, and this is
no.
She freaks out from the verdict.
I gotta say, I have to praise the I don't remember his name, the group home leader that's the rapist.
Yeah.
He does a great job of just kind of being like a monster. He's all freaking gassed up and sweaty all the time, and yeah, he just looks like an animal.
Yeah, Chan.
Yeah.
Is that Chan? Yeah, it's a Chan, right?
And I mean, it's pretty dumb thinking back that like there's one guy in this movie and there's one villain that's a guy, and I didn't put it together that it was him until they revealed it. But yeah, I think they did a good job disguising him, like putting him in like kind of baggy shirts, and you didn't see how like ripped he was.
And he does a good job of, but it's almost like a superhero, like Clark Kent becoming Superman, where he does a good job of in terms of he seems like a different character. That's another weird, or I guess it's like they treat it like he's a supervillain.
Yeah.
This is him here, so he sexually assaults her again, and this is the touching ending, and that's sarcasm. So she gets like F5 naked through a window after being sexually assaulted. Would that be an accurate description?
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
So I think she's maybe in a mini coma. So you think she's going to, come out of the coma in the end and everything's going to work out, but no. She dies as the guy drops the goldfish bowl, and her brothers die as well.
Yeah, that was fucked. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't understand what the. Okay, so that's the end. What am I supposed to feel like? Is why I want to feel terrible. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't think Red to Kill is a great title. I have an alternate title. I think when it was on America rental shelves, they should have had a different title. It would have sold it, been more accurate. This is my alternate title. Would you like to hear it?
I would.
There is no hope, and everybody dies after being raped.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Then you would know what you're getting into when you rent
like
it.
I'm thinking of like the most like crushing, depressing movies I've seen, and it's like I always have Martyrs kind of at the top, but with Martyrs, I felt like I knew somewhat what I was getting into, maybe not the level of it. Yeah, but this movie, I did not expect that ending. That was fucked.
Yeah, and it does almost add to the thing of where like it seems like this guy's making a statement, like he's just uber depressed about this situation. Um, that special needs people to go through and wants to make the most depressing movie about it in a sense or partially.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the way like I'm trying to think of like what are the other like uber depressing movies that I can think of. That's a good question. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any. But maybe like Cries and Whispers by Ingmar Bergman, or it's like you can tell that, you know, um, he hates cancer and wants to make a super depressing movie about cancer.
A recent one. I mean, it's not a recent movie, but I just recently watched it. Was Irreversible. That I watched it finally, and I was like, "This is an extremely well done movie." But why am I watching this? Why do I want to? Why do I want to feel this way?
Yeah, I saw it in the theater, and I was like, wow. I think it's a really well made movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's
guess,
go ahead.
oh, sorry. I guess for this specific movie, if you want to make like a super depressing movie to illustrate the plight of mentally challenged people, maybe cut back on the erotic lighting of the scenes.
Yeah, but yeah, and that was especially that first girl that gets assaulted.
Oh yeah,
like,
oh yeah, that was like yeah, and she was like all.
I was
She was
like,
all the
wow,
way alive, as Ric Flair used to say.
I did have that. I was like, man, she's smoking hot. I did have that thought.
I mean, yeah, she was,
and I'm ashamed to admit it. I watch my movies at 1.5 speed, and that girl was smoking hot.
I watch them at 1.5 until we get to that, and then it's 0.5.
Those are my confessions.
Well, yeah, when you start like that, I mean, obviously it's still a horrible act, but you're just seeing two random people that you don't know, and yeah, she was hot. I think maybe it sets the wrong tone for what's to come.
Yes, I think that's fair to say. Oh man.
But yeah, I really feel like I'm getting maybe more human as I get older, but like yeah, a movie like Irreversible, I feel like in my 20s I was like, oh, this is fucking up, man. You gotta watch this movie. This is so extreme. And then I watched it, 6 months ago, and I was like, all right, I feel terrible now. Great. Why did I watch this?
Yeah, I agree in terms of over the years I've softened with stuff with like, I wanted to see Cannibal Holocaust and this, that, and the other.
Right, yeah.
I'm not as interested anymore with that kind of stuff. Like the most extreme movies.
Like, have you seen Serbian Film?
Yeah, I actually wrote like an article about it for a magazine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I still have not. It was one of those that I couldn't easily come across like the actual version of it, and now I have I downloaded a version, and but I stopped and thought, I was like, do you really want to watch this? Like, why? So I haven't.
Yeah, I still had the same screener version, and I think it might be uncut. It seems like it is. I don't know what.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I don't. Hopefully, there's not more that was offensive that they left out of whatever. So, yeah, that's the only version I have, just a DVD-R. It probably doesn't even work anymore. Yeah, but yeah, this is a movie like you could like cut it down and just make like the hour-long after-school special cut and just have a crawl at the end, like Ming Ming is now a dancer, professional dancer.
She's very happy.
Yeah, she's very happy.
She definitely did not die.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that was part of the reason why I wanted to show it. It's just like I'm really torn in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, it is a super interesting movie. The clash between what we think of as should not be put into the same movie.
Yeah, and that's another thought is like maybe, it's just sort of a thing of the industry where the guy is making a CATIII movie. He doesn't want to make an exploitation movie. He wants to make a story about this sad girl's situation. And then so he sort of, is of two minds. Like this is half the movie he wants to make and half a movie like he's paid to make kind of thing. Because you do see that sometimes, especially with Roger Corman movies or some other B studios where they had this movie they kind of want to make, but they have to put a bunch of boobs or a bunch of car chase scenes or something.
I didn't think of that. Yeah, that's very possible.
Yeah, I
remember Mike talking about making movies, and he would say, "Yeah, I'll get financing from whatever, probably Yakuza, whoever." And it's like they'll say, "Okay, in the trailer we want to show two guys fighting with samurai swords, people kissing, and an explosion. Go." And so he can make his movie as long as those three things are in it somewhere. So yeah, it could. Yeah, you're right. It could be like he was able to make a CATIII movie and kind of had to adapt it to what he actually wanted to make.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because Roger Corman would do that, where he would have like every 5 minutes you needed either an action scene or a horror thing or nudity.
Yeah.
And as long as you did that specific thing, and maybe kept it to a certain runtime, you could do whatever you wanted and got whatever rating.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember at the time hearing that, thinking, "Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Like you can, you get a couple things in there that the producers want, but otherwise they leave you alone. You can make the movie you want." I thought that was kind of neat, but I don't know if it still works that way now. Probably not.
That's just really certain exploitation producers would do that. A lot of them were a lot worse in terms of meddling, and like Golden Globus, you would hear stories about them meddling and wanting a bunch of changes. Like I remember Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, they requested a bunch of changes to it. And then they would do stuff like, you hear this a lot where, like the producer would want his girlfriend starring in the movie.
Yeah.
They would, or whoever was financing, like they would want my cousin's got to be in the movie. Like another one is, I mentioned it earlier, but Night Train to Terror, which is the anthology, but they have like this bridge thing where this kid is singing a song and breakdancing on a train. And the kid was like the nephew of one of the producers. So the producer was like, "I'll finance it, but my breakdancing singing nephew has got to have 15 minutes of screen time." There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
But the good ones would just say, I need these 5 things, and go do whatever you want.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. I'm glad I saw it. Um, not really a fun watch, so I don't know how soon I'll come back to it, but uh, it was on my list 30 years ago, and now I can cross it off.
Awesome. I got to recheck that book out. I have not seen that in forever. I have so many. I think I have maybe 200 film books. So there's a bunch of guides and
Yeah,
things, but they
pre-internet
just
when you here it is. Here's the resource. Yeah. I didn't have that many. I have a Miike book. I have some like horror books, some I have some like discography books of from like Swedish black metal from like the came out in like the mid 90s, like totally irrelevant book now because you just go on Metal Archives, but at the time it was like, oh, cool. All this
yeah.
information.
I have this really cool anarcho punk book where it lists like every band that you could call an anarcho punk band in the 70s and 80s, even if they didn't even like. I think there's a couple bands in there that didn't even release a demo. They just played a couple shows.
Oh wow, yeah,
It's
that is
like,
cool.
so there is stuff. There was stuff in there that's like you can't even find information on the internet necessarily, at least at the time, But it's like the most. You could not have researched it any more than this guy researched it. It's The Day the Country Died is the name of it.
Okay.
It's a big, thick history of anarcho punk, but it's just like listing all the information of every band that he could possibly come up with.
Yeah, I kind of miss books like that, even if they're kind of not necessary in most cases these days. But it's kind of cool to just flip through a book like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You are you fired up for Wrestle Kingdom tonight? You gonna stay up and watch it?
Oh, well, I'm definitely not staying up to watch it, but I think I will. Maybe this is the good time to, because I'm not signed up for New Japan World currently, so maybe I'll get back into it.
Yeah,
Wrestle Kingdom.
This year is the first year since 2017 I canceled my New Japan World because it's been so lame. But I'm signing back up tonight. I'm gonna watch it. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully we're good. You're gonna get somewhere.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I've been thinking of watching some wrestling, because I've been out of the game for a while. I guess I did watch some of the Royal Rumble, or what was the last? God, I can't even remember. What was the last? Or Survivor Series.
Oh, okay.
I mean, but I'm just generally not interested in WWE anymore.
No, I don't. I'm totally out on them. World's End was pretty good. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's worth it to you to to buy a pay-per-view replay. I mean, it's not. It wasn't that great. I don't know if I'd recommend you buy it, but it definitely live. It was fun. So there's that. I don't know.
Yeah.
AEW has been pretty consistent on pay-per-view.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's outside the purview of the channel. I'm sure anyone listening is very bored by that. Sorry.
So as far as, I don't know if you've seen this movie, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but I think we'll come back in 2 weeks. So hopefully Eli will be back and we'll do our favorite movies of last year.
Okay, cool.
And then, have you seen this?
Yes, just recently, actually.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Well, we can do it.
Cool.
Joysticks. I figured something fun instead of
instead of
yeah,
horrible nihilistic exploitation of handicapped people.
Yeah. Because I have this on VHS, but I recently got the Blu-ray, So I wanted to rewatch it. And this is 1983 Joysticks. It's just a stupid sex comedy. There's an arcade going out of business, and there's a competition to save the arcade. And there's a group of punks. There's titties.
There are. I can confirm there are.
And that's truly a great cover.
Yeah.
So we could do Joysticks 1983, because also all the video games, I just want to scope out like which arcade machines are in there. Like remember which ones I actually played.
Yeah.
Because I was, pretty hardcore into going to arcades in like the late 80s, early 90s. All right. I don't know, like anybody was actually watching. Everyone's off doing something else tonight.
Yeah, Simon betrayed us. I'm not surprised. That scallywag.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know who this guy is? 00779?
Yeah, because he's commented before.
Oh, okay. I sent him.
But I think he usually watches the replays
Okay.
because he's commented on them. He likes it when we make fun of you. I do remember that, but I didn't really do that tonight. People love it when we make fun of you. All right. That's it. I'm starving. I'm gonna get something to eat.
All right.
Thank you, Scott, for showing
you
up.
for
So
having me.
I think we'll do in another 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Okay, cool.
Tentatively, we'll do Joysticks, 5 p.m. and I'll make some clips out of this show.
Oh shoot, I'm not gonna be here in 2 weeks.
Oh,
but whatever. You and Eli can do it.
All right.
All right.
Maybe you can leave a comment of what you thought of Joysticks.
All right. Cool.
I want to know if you think there's some political point it's making, or it's a commentary on society. I would love to know if you have a thought in that direction.
I would really like to take a 80s titty comedy and make it fucking lame and boring by talking about politics. So I will definitely do that.
Yeah. You never know until you really focus in. Like what's behind those titties?
All right. I'll work on it.
All right. All right. Thank you. Have a lovely night, everyone. Thank you, Scott.